Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Espresso only on SABC3. Right now, we're talking about something I'm sure you are very familiar with. We're talking about Play-Doh. Now, it has been a childhood staple since its introduction in 1956, and it has continued to captivate the imaginations of young children around the world. And this year, they are celebrating their 60th birthday. I cannot believe it. So today, we are joined by Anel Annandale. She is an educational psychologist, and she's here going to share why Play-Doh is more than just squishy fun. Anel, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, both of us, we're having a great time already. And I was just thinking now, you know, as kids, we play with these things and we enjoy it, and then we go through our teenage years and we do the whole work thing and studying, we forget about it. And then as parents, you get reintroduced to it, and it's fun all over. Absolutely love it. But we'll talk about it in a second, but from your point, educational psychologist, what exactly does that entail?
I'm so glad you asked, because we find a lot of our clients are confused about it as well. Yeah. Educational psychologists really we focus on all things educational that might impact on a child's life. At the same time, we look at all the other aspects of a child's life that might impact on their education. Okay. So those spheres and how they interact with each other to make sure that we get optimum development and children who are happy. All right.
Well, so that's, I mean, the education factor, once again, with kids, I mean, in all various forms, very, very important. But let's talk about Play-Doh. I mean, what is it about Play-Doh that really motivates imagination, storytelling within children? I mean, what are the benefits of it?
I think it's fun. And I mean, if you talk about creativity, the first important thing there is that it's a fun element. But it's, you know, the coolest thing about this stuff is that you can break it, you can slash it, you can tear it, you can rip it, and then you can put it all back together again. And kids not often actually have the opportunity to just go wild, break stuff, and then it's not a big deal. It's absolutely fine.
And when you say go wild, break stuff, I mean, that is still educational.
Absolutely. That's cause and effect. You have to see what happens and what can you do with it and how can you mold it.
So from a parent's perspective, I mean, obviously, parents need to facilitate this kind of playing. What would you suggest parents do, specifically with regards to something like your Play-Doh, to really get that playing motivational factors going and get the educational minds flowing as well?
Try to get a balance between directing the behavior with the Play-Doh and showing them what to do, and also just sometimes having them do whatever they want, go wild. They don't have to specifically even make something that's recognizable. Just have them play with it. You can add things, plastic forks and lentils and anything you can think of, aromatherapy oils. It's just, the opportunities are endless. Yeah.
Now, what in your experience, I mean, in terms of Play-Doh, what, you know, the reaction that kids have to it, I mean, what have you seen?
It's always a winner. It's one of the few things that I know, if I have a child who is very busy or it's getting a little bit wild in my office, I just take out the Play-Doh and it immediately gets their attention, calms them down. It's fabulous.
It is really such a cool educational tool. I mean, it's fun, but it's still an educational tool. And thank you so much for joining us this morning. Fantastic stuff. Now, you know, if you have little ones at home as well and you would love to get your hands on some Play-Doh, then you're in luck, because this morning we have a fantastic prize that you actually can walk away with, a Play-Doh hamper. It's filled with all sorts of fun creations. Now, all you have to do is visit the Espresso Facebook page and tell us how old Play-Doh turned this year. I mentioned it a little bit earlier on in the segment. And if you have the answer, then you can go tell us right now, and you could win. Just log onto our Facebook page, Espresso Morning Show SABC3. Keep in mind, the competition closes tonight at midnight, and the T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. But lots more to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Kat, look, there you are, buddy.